Hi, everybody. Brad Nessler here with Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit, bringing you today's exciting matchup. We're supposed to see a good deal of rain come our way for the Oregon Ducks and the Volunteers of Tennessee. The college football season continues, and I got to tell you, Lee and Kirk, I am ready for this game. Here come the Volunteers. We have two good teams here, and I'll be honest with you, I really don't know what to expect from this game.
Tennessee is going to go into this game relying heavily on their quarterback to make big plays. He's under a lot of pressure in this football game, but I think he'll rise to the occasion in a big way, leading his team to a victory.
Kirk, great minds think alike.
I hope you aren't sick of hearing Rocky Top. I'm taking the vows.
Tennessee is lined up for the opening kickoff, so here we go. He kicks off. Wilson fields it in the end zone. Now let's see what kind of success the offense can have as they come out onto the field for the first time today. Today we get to see one of the most exciting defensive players in college football. Guys, your thoughts?
Brad, this linebacker is a pretty good football player. He's a very dynamic player and the undisputed leader of this defense.
This kid's a monster against the run. And he's also very good in pass cover. I just don't see this team running for many yards with this kid in the front seven.
You're right, Coach. It's not going to be easy.
Defense was coming with heat on that play.
Yep, and the offensive line did a good job of picking up their assignments, and that gave the quarterback enough time to throw a nice pass to pick up the first down.
First from their own, 41 first down. Ward comes to the line with 3 wide. Ward there on first down. Complete. Broke away from 1. They pick up 2 on the pass. They line up at the 43. It's second down and 8. They come out with 4 wide out. Ward back to pass. And he takes a big hit at the 37. Third and 14 coming up here. Ball on their own 37. Ward with 4 wide receivers. Short toss. He snags it. So there was not much doing on that pass play, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Ducks are lining up the pocket line. Frazier is the deep man awaiting the return. Punts the ball away. Frazier fields it at the 22. Great start so far as their defense forced the early punt, and now the offense gets a shot at putting the first points on the board. They'll start this drive at the 22. The ball. Line up with a single set backfield. The senior makes the catch. Nothing gained on the play. They line up at the 22.
Ball on the 22-yard
Second down. Back to pass. He lets it go. And it's going the other way. That interception will be credited to the linebacker.
Way to come down with that football. That was not an easy play to make.
Well, that's just great hands for a linebacker. He looks pretty good out there catching the football.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive.
First and 10.
Going with the shotgun here. Ward back to throw. Surveys the field. Wants to go on and does. The wideout makes a big catch there.
Hey, whenever you have a receiver who can make plays like that, you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him do it.
Listen up, my friend. That was a tremendous throw by the quarterback, too. Don't forget about the guy slinging the ball all over the field out there.
Now they'll try to tack on the extra point. He makes the PAT. So with over 13 minutes remaining in the first quarter, the score, Oregon 7, Tennessee nothing. Oregon ready to kick this one off. Frazier and Sims deep to return. He hits a booming kick. And this one is going to come back to the 20. So the offense will come out and try to turn things around after an interception on their last drive.
The quarterback has to get that interception out of his head. You can't be scared to keep firing away in this game. The defense will carry you.
20-yard line.
They'll set up shop at the 20. The ball set up in the gun. Drops back to pass. Throws down the middle. Got it to the senior. Well, to pick up a few with a pass play, Coach.
Yeah, it was. I like plays like these. As long as you're moving forward and not backward, you're doing pretty good.
They'll line up at the 25. We've got a second and 5. The Volunteers line up with 4 wideouts. McDuffie set to go to the air. And it's the senior. The wideout made a good-looking grab there.
You're right. And the quarterback threw it as soon as he saw he had that extra step.
First and 10. Ball on their own 35. McDuffie lines up in the shotgun. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. McDuffie throws. What a pick! He's tackled at the 28. That last INT gives this defense 2 on the day.
Not a good throw there, and the quarterback needs to make better decisions.
They'll go to work at the 29.
Take over at the 29-yard line. First and 10.
They'll work from the shotgun. First down, looking to throw. Looks. No one open, so he's going to run. Second and 4 coming up here.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Oregon comes out in the shotgun. the snap goes to the back. Walker tackles him for a loss on the play. The halfback couldn't get any running room.
And that was because the defense had called a blitz just at the right time. He went right through the offensive line and nailed him for a loss.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Lines up with 4 wide outs. Throws. Complete. It's the freshman. Nice play call on that one to get the ball in the receiver's hand.
Yeah, the quarterback said, you want the ball, go get it. And did he ever? He got it, took it for 6.
Here's the try for the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon to kick. Kicks off. No chance for a return. It'll come out to the 20. This defense did a nice job last time around, forcing the interception.
And now you find out how much faith they got in this kid. Do they run the football or they let her rip?
The offense will start at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Tennessee comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Setting up play action. Lets it go. Caught out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Looked like the linebackers bit on that play fake.
I didn't even know the quarterback had the ball. That's worth a yoke.
First and 10. Across the middle. At the 40. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. They made a great connection there for the touchdown, didn't they, fellas?
Boy, the quarterback threw a strike to the wide receiver. He caught it, took it all the way.
What a dangerous combination. You can't say enough about how good that throw was. The quarterback put that one right on the money.
They line up for the extra point. And he adds the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And this is just a booming kick. Brooks fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over the 20-yard line. Ward is back in the gun. They'll throw on first down. Dumps it. He snags it. Nice little catch there, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that was a good call. I like that call. I like short passes. They're safe and can lead to some really good yardage.
They line up at the 24. It's second down. The Ducks come out in a shotgun. He might not be able to get the pass off. It's tipped, and it falls incomplete.
Way to keep your head on a swivel, kid. That was a nice job of locating the football and knocking it down to prevent the completion.
Sure was, Coach. He put himself in great position to make a play.
So that'll make it third down. It's third down.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
The Ducks line up with 4 wideouts. It's a direct snap. Jackson tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. And the defense just swarmed over him on that one.
Yeah, they were able to penetrate the offensive line and get to the running back before that play even had a chance.
4th and 8.
The Ducks are lining up to punt it away. Frazier is back awaiting the punt. Duran punts it, and this one is a skyrocket. Frazier fields it to 35. The offense running for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone. First down.
They'll take over at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10.
They line up in the shotgun. McDuffie drops back. He'll dump it short. That's a great tackle at the 47-yard line. That was a good completion.
Yeah, I really liked the good, clean routes they ran on that play.
It's second down and 5 to go.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
3 wideouts here. McDuffie back to pass. Down the middle. Complete. And down he goes at the 44. How about that pass, fellas?
Well, Brad, the defense was coming with a blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
1st and 10. Ball on the 44. Tennessee sets up with 4 receivers. McDuffie drops back to pass. He lost the ball. Scooped up, and he's taken down at the 20. Wow, the receiver had a big play on his mind, and he forgot about securing the football.
I always told my receivers to look the ball in, tuck it away, and then get upfield. It looks like he skipped step 2. I didn't see the part where he's supposed to tuck it away.
I'm sure he'll hear all about that in practice from his coaches and teammates. This group of receivers is a competitive bunch, and they don't let each other get away with mistakes like that. Lucky for him, the offense recovered at that time.
They'll get him for a loss.
Number 15 on the carry. 1-yard loss on the play.
From the 21-yard line. Second down. The Vols come out showing 3 wide. McDuffie back to throw. McDuffie lets it fly. He brings it down. Touchdown. And he makes his second visit to the end zone with that catch.
That was a great catch by the receiver. He ran a perfect route to get open for his second score of the game.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. He splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Like they're ready for the kick. Kicks it off. Wilson fields it in the end zone. The defense did a nice job of shutting down this offense the last time they had the ball.
The offense was not clicking at all. Let's see if they're back on the same page.
The offense will take over.
Will start. 1st and 10.
Oregon goes with the ace set here. Lee on a pitch to the left. Tackle made at the 22. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. Second and 8. Ball on the 22. The Ducks come out in the shotgun. Ward back to pass. He passes it. Got it to his receiver.
The defense was coming with heat on that play.
Yeah, but the offensive line did a good job of picking up their assignments, and that gave the quarterback enough time to throw a nice pass to pick up the first down.
First and 10.
First down. Ward lines up in the shotgun. Ward drops back on first down. And now he's got room to run. Tackle at the 42.
I'll tell you, this receiver showed really good hands on that play.
This kid is always calling for the ball. And if he keeps making plays like that, he'll continue to get the ball.
First down, 10 yards to go.
On the 42-yard line.
The Ducks line up with 4 wideouts. Ward on the option. Now he pitches it. Woods at the 41. He might have gotten a yard at best. We got second and 9 here.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Oregon lines up in a shotgun set. Going down deep and has a man. Touchdown, Oregon. He hauled in the long pass for the touchdown.
This receiver is big time, big play. If this were baseball, he'd bat cleanup because he's the biggest home run threat they got.
They're going to flag the celebration there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the try.
Here's the try for the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon is lining up to kick this one off. Excellent kick. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Tennessee comes to the line with 3 wide. They hand it off. He's taken down at the 36. And the tailback picks up great yardage on the run.
How many times did we see him run that play in practice this week?
1,000 times. And it was just as successful then as it is right now.
First and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. 3 wideouts here. McDuffie drops the throw. Someone got a hand on it.
You know, the quarterback didn't do anything wrong there. This is just a great play defensively.
I think he underestimated the speed of the defensive player. He just shot in and broke it up.
So that'll make it second down. So it's second and 10.
Ball on their own 36-yard line.
McDuffie is back in the gun. McDuffie set to go to the air. They can't connect. Incomplete. Duckett was the intended receiver on that pass. That'll make it third down.
Third and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Tennessee comes out in the shotgun. McDuffie back to pass. Has it to the senior. He's tackled at the 44. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
Hey, this guy's not going to burn too many guys deep, but he's definitely a good possession guy who you can rely on.
Fourth and 2.
Tennessee
Ball
ready to put this one away. Avery is waiting for the snap. He punts it. Wilson takes a 16. Well, the offense is back on the field again. In their last drive, they moved the ball very well, especially through the air on their way to that touchdown. This drive will start at the 21-yard line. The Ducks line up with 3 wide. First down, look at the throw. He throws it. And it's the tight end. They brought the house on that one.
And this kid shows a lot of poise and moxie in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit, but he hung in there and delivered the ball with accuracy.
They line up at the 30.
Ball on the
Second down.
30-yard line.
Across the middle. They connect again. And he's all the way down to the 40. First down.
Ball
The Ducks come out in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Fires it quickly. On his man. He's all the way down to the 9. And guys, he's already over 200 yards passing in the first half.
He's off to a great start. It'll be interesting to see if he can maintain this level of play for the rest of the game.
They're in the red zone.
Ball on the 9-yard line.
Oregon will line up in a jumbo set here. Setting up play action. It's complete. Tackle at the 5-yard line. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch. That short passing game is where you see all those hours in the summer that you put in pay off.
We've got second and goal. Ball on the 5. Ward comes to the line with 3 wide. Touchdown, Ducks. The quarterback winds up scoring the touchdown.
Man, he got the best of that defense that time, didn't he? He looks great running that football.
Here's the try for the extra point. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive story. To kick. He kicks off. No chance for a return. He'll come out to the 20. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
From the gun. Makes a move. And he's taken down at the 33-yard line. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
McDuffie is back in the gun. He lets it fly. Brooks with the tackle at the 39. Nice little pattern there.
Yeah, he had great position there, and that ball was thrown in the right spot.
Second
From their own 39-yard
ball
line.
on the 39-yard
Second down.
line.
Going with the shotgun here. Looks to pass. Slings it. Complete. He's hit and taken down. And the pass is caught, but he goes nowhere.
Yeah, nice job there by the defense to get to him and make the sure tackle before he can make any moves to break loose.
They line up at the 40. We get third and 3 here. Tennessee comes out in the shotgun. Lets it fly. Batted ball. Intercepted off the tip. And that was interception number 3 for this defense, and they got to be happy about that.
They'll take
We'll
over
see if they can capitalize on the good field
First
position.
and 10.
Going with the shotgun here. Looking to throw. He'll dump this one off. And he's got the freshman. There's a very impressive open field tackle. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
That's one of the things that can happen if a defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback. The offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
And this kid is talented enough to see those
Second and
receivers.
1.
It's not
Ball
easy
on
to
the
get the ball past
33-yard
those big
line.
bulldozers when they're flying right at you.
Under heavy pressure. He's sacked at the 34-yard line. From the 34-yard line. Third and a couple. 4 wide. The option left. A little juke. Tackle made at the 34. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They'll call on the field goal unit. This one 51 yards away. He gets it up. And he got it. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon is lining up to kick this one off. Frazier and Sims set to return. He just drills this one. Sims from his own end zone. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
It's first down. Take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
McDuffie with 4 wide receivers. He takes it, and he is drilled at the 22. Maybe a few, but that's it. They line up at the 22.
Ball on the 22
Second down. Tennessee sets up with 4 receivers. McDuffie back to throw. He delivers. He's pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. How about that pass, fellas?
Oh, Brad, the defense was coming with the blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 34. Tennessee lines up in a shotgun set. Back to pass. He steps up. McDuffie delivers. He just led his receiver a little bit too far. Second down.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. He snagged it. There's 2 yards behind the line. Third and 12 coming up on this one.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
McDuffie is back in the gun. Looking. He threw as he throws.
That's not working on 3rd down.
These days, we've got linemen in the game that are 6'7" or 6'8", and it's almost impossible to throw the ball over these guys.
Well, this quarterback better get used to it because these players aren't getting any smaller.
32-yard line.
Wilson is back deep to return the punt. He gets it away. Wilson fields it to the 26. The defense was able to keep him out of the end zone on their last possession, but the offense did pick up 3. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35.
At the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
They'll bring in their dime package. He drops back. He lets it go. It's tipped.
How about that defense?
Well, that's why he's on the field, to make plays like that.
That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll line up at the 35.
Ball on the 35-yard
It's 2nd down. Ward back to throw. He takes off. Here's 3rd down. 4 yards to go.
41-yard
Ball on their own 41. Let's see, did one of the linemen move first?
Offsides. On the defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. First and 10. Ward, options right side. And they make the stop at the 48. It's 2nd and 4 to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. Ward with 4 wide receivers. Ward drops back to pass. The freshman makes the catch.
This is a simple case of finding the hole in the zone. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and then found his man.
Yep, give the receiver some credit, too. He got open, then made a nice catch for the first down.
Ball on the
First down, 10 yards to go. It's been pretty lopsided here in the first quarter. The score is Oregon 31, Tennessee 14. It's first down.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Ducks set up in the gun. Nice play fake. It's deflected. Looks like someone was called for holding.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still
That penalty will move them back a bit.
Yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
They line up at the 46.
Ball on the 46
First down.
line.
The Ducks line up with 4 wideouts. Ward, options right. Broke away from one. And he stopped behind the line. Second and long coming up here. Ball on the 47-yard line. Oregon in a 4-wide set. Ward drops to throw. There he goes. He's tackled in the open field. Third and 14. Ball on the 40.
On the 40-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. He's looking to pass. Stepping up. Jackson takes him down for a loss. A stop for a 6-yard loss on the play.
Fourth and long.
It's 4th down, and the punt team lines up.
46-yard line.
Smith, the return man. He punts it away. It's a high kick. Signals for a fair catch. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
They had something going, but were unable to get any points.
They'll start this drive at the 14-yard line.
The drive at the 14-yard line. First and 10.
Drops back on first down. Steps up. Intercepted by the linebacker. Not a good time for an interception, fellas.
Now, Brad, you're exactly right. Your team's already down a few scores, and you throw a pick. Man, this could get ugly.
And it's going to be a long day for these guys if they don't pick it up real soon. I mean real soon.
This is a great place to start the drive on the opponent's side of the 50.
First and 10.
The Ducks come out in the ace formation. End zone. It's deflected. The safety got in there at the last minute.
Well, that's a great job of preventing the score here. He got in great position and made a big-time play on the ball.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Ward, back to pass. He steps up, throws. It's complete. Campbell with a takedown at the 8-yard line. That pass play gets him roughly 3 yards. Third from the 8-yard line. Third down. Single set back for you. Play fake. Throwing right. The ball is tipped. This is much more than an extra point. This will be about a 25 or 26-yard field goal. The defense looking to make this crowd a factor. It's up. And it's through the upright. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon kick this one off. Frazier and Sims back to return. He kicks off. Sims fields it in the end zone. Drive to shoot. Just about ready to get this drive started. After their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers brought to you by Coca-Cola. McDuffie, back to throw, steps up in the pocket. Moore brings it down at 38, and he just went over 100 yards this half with that last catch.
This receiver's catching everything thrown his way.
When a quarterback and receiver get it going early in the game, watch out, defense. You could be in for a long day.
First down. The Volunteers come out showing 3 wide. McDuffie steps back to pass. And that one's incomplete.
That's just good defense right there, Coach.
It was, Kirk, but you know what? It's all reaction. Anytime you're out there on defense and the pass is within arm's length away, they knock it down.
That'll make it second down. They line up at the 38. It's second down and 10 to go. They come out with 3 wide receivers, setting up the play action. He throws it. His receiver has it. He was just inbounds when he made the catch.
Nice throw here by the quarterback to the sideline. He placed it perfectly where only his guy could make the catch.
They line up at the 42.
On the 42-yard
It's first
line.
down. Tennessee lines up with 3 receivers. McDuffie back to pass. Somehow gets the ball away. Ross tackles him at the 37-yard line. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
We've got a 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
They'll line it up with 4 wide receivers. McDuffie drops back. He flings it. He snags it. And they push him out at the 35. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and swarming to the receiver.
From the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 3 coming up. McDuffie lines up in the shotgun. Bring him down for a sack on the play. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds and those receivers might have been open.
Fourth and 9.
Tennessee lining up the punt. Ross back deep to return. He punts it away. It's a high kick. Fumble! Defense says they've got it, and they do. They nearly gave that ball away.
But luckily that guy was paying attention to what was going on and was able to recover the football.
They'll set up shot at the 13.
At the 13-yard line. First and 10.
Ward lines up with 4 wideouts. Looks, lets it fly. Woods with a takedown at the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 yards. Second down.
7. Ball at the 16-yard line.
Oregon in a 5-wide set. Someone got a hand on it.
Good job there by the defense to get a hand on it.
It was, Kirk, but when you're going out for a pass and the ball is in the air, you need to go after it and come down with it. You just can't watch the defender bat it down.
That'll make it third down.
Third and 7.
It's third down.
Ball on the
The Ducks
16-yard
set up in the gun. Ward on the option. He fakes it, and he's stopped behind the line.
This option play really never got a chance to develop properly.
Yeah, give credit to this defense for stopping the quarterback here and not allowing this one to go for big yards.
Fourth and 9.
Oregon lining up to punt. Frazier is the deep man awaiting the return. He gets it away. Frazier takes it to the 45. The offense comes back down the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered most.
Lee, I think you have to give credit to this defense. They tightened up when they had to, and they're going to look to do the same here.
Lowry, the lone back. They give to the tailback. Brought down at the 34. Good execution on the counter, and that'll be a 10-yard gain. From the 34-yard line.
Ball on the
It's second
34-yard
down.
line.
The Ducks bring in their dime package. Looking. Throws down the middle. Cooper brings him down at the 19-yard line. What did you see there, guys?
The defense was in zone coverage. The offense did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and he threw a nice ball to get the first down.
And the receiver ran a nice route to get open through the zone coverage.
We'll see what they can do in the red zone. McDuffie comes to the line with 3 wide. Marcellus tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play.
3-yard loss on the play.
They line up at the 22. Second down. They come out with 4 wide out. Back to pass. Moves up in the pocket. Wants to throw outside. That's incomplete.
That time, the wideout just got too excited, too quickly, and forgot to catch the football.
Boy, Lee, we continue to see this. It looked like he was ready to celebrate before he caught it.
From the 22-yard line, it's 3rd and 13. McDuffie is back in the gun. McDuffie steps back to pass. He passes it. Incomplete. Almost picked off. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
They'll line it up with a field goal. The kick will be about a 39 or 40-yarder. The kick is up, and it's right down the middle. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. is lined up to kick this one off. He puts it deep downfield. Wilson fields it in the end zone. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going.
They'll
From
take
their own
over at the
20-yard line. First down.
10.
And this offense is having a difficult time doing anything at the line of scrimmage. Jackson with the tackle at the 21. Maybe got 2 feet on the play. Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 21.
21-yard line.
Oregon comes out of the shotgun. Ward with the option. And he's all the way down to the 49-yard line. Perfectly run option keeper.
You know what? That was a perfect example of how to give up tons of yardage on defense. These guys acted surprised to see the option there. Unbelievable.
You're right, Lee. Not what you'd expect when you prepare all week to defend the option. But then again, give this offense some credit. These guys aren't exactly the scout team.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coke. Oregon in a 4-wide set. He tosses it short. Off his hands and incomplete. Johnson was the intended target on the play. That'll bring up second down. And second down and 10 to go. Ball right around midfield. Lee is the single setback. Ward drops to throw. It's deflected. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
First down, 10 to go.
On the 37-yard line.
The Ducks have 5 receivers on this play. They'll run the option. Pitches back. Fumble, loose ball. Woods with a takedown at the 34. They narrowly escaped there.
It was close, but he recovers a fumble for his team and avoids a turnover.
From the 34-yard line.
Ball on the 34-yard
Second down.
line.
Ward has 4 receivers lined up here. Ward steps back to pass. Surveys the field. Finds the freshman. Short pass there, and they get a moderate gain.
There's nothing wrong with nickel and diming him down the field.
Third down and 2. Defense lines up in a 3-4. On play action. He passes it. Walker with the tackle at the 16-yard line. They're moving the ball very well on this drive, guys.
Yep, the defense was preventing the deep ball, but the problem is they can't stop the short stuff.
And the offense seems to be building a little bit more momentum on every play.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Tennessee comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Ward, option right side. We're at play number 9 of this current drive. The defense lines up with 6 DBs. Ward set to go to the air. He rifles it. They'll bring him down at the 8. The quarterback just rifled that one in there for a good game.
Boy, he's throwing the football with some pop, isn't he, Coach?
Hey, if he's not careful, he's going to break his receiver's fingers.
This defense faces another third down. Ward lines up with 5 wide out. Here's an option, right side. He's looking for his man. Caught. Tackle made at the 1-yard line.
Coach, that's a first down.
A good-looking first down, too. They might want to run that one again in a couple of plays. He had some options out there.
First down and goal to go.
Ball on the 1-yard line.
They put everyone up on the line. Touchdown, Oregon! Guys, that's his second score this half.
This guy really loves the end zone.
Yeah, he's having a nice first half of football. If he keeps it up in the next half, this team should be in good shape.
They'll line up for the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon to kick. Frazier and Sims back ready to return. Kicks it away. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. A scoring drive the last time out for this offense, and they'll huddle up for this drive. They'll get the ball here at the 20. So the starter throws 4 interceptions, and now the backup gets his chance to shine. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Offsides. On the defense.
So they'll move him back after the penalty.
I bet that one has the fans steaming.
That wasn't a very bright play by that young man. You can bet that the fans aren't the only ones unhappy. His coaches don't look too happy either.
First and 5. Drops back to pass. Across the middle. Catches it. This one will be interference, but who's it going to be called on?
Pass interference on the defense. Spot down. First down.
Well, he got busted for getting to the receiver too soon.
He will get a flag thrown on him every time for a play like that.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 32. Oregon lines up in a dime defense here. Tackled for a loss. Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Brett, great effort up front by that defense.
From their own 31-yard line.
Ball on the
31-yard
line.
Tennessee goes with the ace set here. Looks to pass. He throws it, and it's caught. Brooks hits him in the backfield. Drop back 4 yards on that one. They line up at the 27. 3rd and 15 coming up is an impact player, and on 3rd and long, you better expect him to make a play. Harris back to throw.
Great play by the defender.
Oh, yeah, he got his hand in there, broke up the pass, and that brings up 4th down.
4th and 15.
And they're ready to punt this one
Ball on
away.
the 27-yard line.
Wilson is back awaiting the punt. He punts it. Wilson fields it at the 37. Well, I'll tell you guys, the passing game was sure on target during their last drive.
And the quarterback had great protection by his offensive line. When he gets time, he can pick you apart.
They'll
First
take
down,
over
10 yards to go.
at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Ducks set up in the gun. Feeds it to the back. A little juke. Lee gets 3 yards on the play. They line up at the 38.
Ball on the
It's second
38-yard
down.
line.
The Ducks with 4 receivers. Throws. Open man, and it's his wide receiver. Well, Coach, a short pickup on that pass play.
It was, but you know what? As long as they've got those guys getting open underneath, it'll take a lot of pressure off those offensive linemen who are trying to hold their blocks.
From their own 42-yard line.
Ball on the
It's third down and 3 to go.
line.
Tennessee lines up with 5 defensive backs. Ward on the option. Juke move. And now he pitches it. And he has room to rumble. And down they go at the 46. And a good play there.
Here they give it to the fullback on the option, and the big guy gets good yardage.
Yep, good yardage and a first down.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. They come out with 4 wideouts. Ward hands it off. Barnett tackles him at the 44. Lee gains about 2 yards on the run. Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 44-yard line. Ward lines up in the shotgun. On the ground with a tailback. Brought down at the 43. Lee picks up a yard on the play. That'll make it third down. The defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. They'll bring in their dime package. Drops back to pass. Throws it out there. The defender had his hands on it, but it's incomplete. They might have had a shot at a first there.
Yeah, but the defense was waiting for the pass and got a hand on it. Great job to force the fourth down right there.
They line up to punt this one away. Smith is back deep to return the punt. He punts it away. It's a high kick. Signals for a fair catch. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. It's first down. The Vols are lining up with 3 receivers. He rifles it to the left. Catches it. And he's tackled at the 37-yard line. Boy, did he zip that ball in there.
Yeah, you're right. There's not a whole lot of quarterbacks out there that can make this throw. He delivers this one right where it has to be. Great arm strength.
First down. The Volunteers with 4 receivers. Harris on first down. He unloaded. Finds his receiver at the 40, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. He's on a different level than everybody else,
And
though.
he sure is, my friend. This kid is a real deep threat. He can stretch the defense and cause a lot of problems.
So the offense will stay on the field and attempt the two-point conversion. They put everyone up on the line. Jets one tackler. They got it. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Kicks off. Wilson fields it in the end zone. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the coach gave his offense quite a speech before he sent them out there.
And let's not forget, they had some things clicking the last time out. He's probably just reminding them to finish the job this time.
The offense will start at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Lee lines up as a single back. Ward still has it. He looks. Throws it deep. And it's incomplete. And there wasn't anyone in the vicinity.
I think the ball just slipped out on him.
Maybe it did, but boy, that hurts. That could have been a big, big play.
It's second down.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
They're really struggling now as this crowd is going absolutely insane. Ward with a nice play fake. Incomplete pass. Williams was the intended target, so that'll make it third down. Third down.
10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Oregon comes out in the shotgun. Back to pass. Look out. The ball is tipped. We knew this drive was in trouble if they couldn't get the pass game going, and it's safe to say that's the case as he had 0 completions.
Fourth and 10.
It's fourth down now, and we'll see the punt team. Durham is waiting for the snap. He gets it away. Frazier takes it to the 45.
What to look for this drive is to see how often the defense changes up its coverages. They didn't defend the pass very well that last drive, so it's going to be interesting to see if they play them differently here.
They'll go to work at the 50.
Take over at the 50-yard line. First and 10.
The ball set up in the gun. He looks to throw on first down. Throws this one out to the right. He threw that to a guy who was well covered, and it almost got intercepted.
Yeah, he's very lucky. That ball was only tipped.
Second and 10. Ball on the
50-yard line.
They'll work from the shotgun. Back to pass. He decides to run with it. He's taken down at the 49. From the 49-yard line. Third down, 9 to go. The defense lines up with 6 DBs. Harris, back to pass. He steps up. Lost the ball. Fumble. And this turnover is certainly not what they were hoping for.
The rich get richer, but let's not write them off just yet.
It's still early, but they can't afford to turn the ball over and let this thing get out of hand.
They'll take
We've got a first and 10.
44-yard line.
Ball on the 44-yard line. They come out with 4 wide out. Looking to throw. Lets it go. The ball is tipped. It's a tip drill. Tackle made at the 41.
That's a first down right there.
Yeah, if I was the defense, I think I would man up on these guys next time.
This quarterback is very good at recognizing zone coverage and then finding the open receiver.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Ball line up with 6 defensive backs. Ward, options left, tries to juke. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line. Oregon will take a timeout, and that was their first timeout. Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 38. The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. Ward on the option. He laterals the ball. Young brings him down at the 27-yard line. What a play.
Just a simple option play here. The quarterback gives it up and they get good yardage. Great play.
Boy, I tell you, this is impressive to see this offense when they're clicking.
Oregon will have 1 timeout remaining. Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Got it to the senior. And he's taken down at the 12-yard line. And guys, you can just feel the momentum building with this drive.
That's their 3rd first down on this drive alone, Coach.
Yep, we all know how important momentum is in college football. This defense really needs to step up and get some of it back.
A little laundry on the field, and we'll find out whose it is.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Beep, beep.
Scooter, what are you doing?
Kirk, my friend, that's the sound of the offense going in reverse.
First and long.
First and long.
22-yard line.
22. Oregon in a 4-wide set. Ward drops back on first down. Ward lets it fly. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
4 wide receivers in the formation. They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped them yet. He makes a circus catch. That last pass got him only a yard. Oregon sets up with 4 receivers, steps up in the pocket, feeling the pressure. Thomas with a takedown at the 10-yard line, about 6 yards on the play. Oregon will take their final timeout. Field goal units out on the field. They're going to try to get these guys 3 points before halftime. Trying to make it hard to hear, and the defense urging the crowd to get to their feet. He gets it up, and it is good. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Duran
is
ready
lined
to
up
kick.
for the kickoff.
He sends it downfield. And they can forget about returning this one.
They'll
First
take
down,
over at
10
the
yards to
20-yard
go.
line.
Ball on their own
10.
20. Tennessee will line up in a jumbo set here. Give to the tailback. Excellent open field tackle. As they head to the locker room, it's been a one-sided affair. The score, Oregon 44, Tennessee 25.
The
Oregon
Ducks
is set to kick
will
this
be
ball
kicking
off to start the second half. Kicks it off. Sims fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. The offense will take over at the 20.
First and 10.
From the gun. He steps up, and he's hammered as he lets it go.
Incomplete pass.
He's just lucky that he got that pass away.
The offensive line didn't protect the quarterback very well. The pressure was there in no time.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 20. He's looking to pass. He gets the pass away, and the blitz works that time.
And let me say this. Now pay attention. This is exactly why you want to put the pressure on a quarterback. That time it was an incomplete pass. The next time it may be an interception.
Third down and 10 coming up.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Harris is back in the gun, rolling out to the right side. Lets it fly. Knocked out of bounds at the 25. He made the catch, but he didn't get the first down.
Yeah, right now, the way this defense is swarming, there's just no room for him to get upfield for the first down.
4th and 5.
They come out in a punt formation.
25-yard line.
Wilson is back deep to return. He punts it. Wilson fields it to 42. There's a fumble. Scooped up by the offense. And that's a big, big turnover.
It looks like to me that someone got their helmet on that ball.
First and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
Harris lines up in the shotgun. He looks to throw on first down. And here's a quick throw. And he's level at the 44. They completed it, but for a minimal gain.
It's not much, but at least it's positive yards.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Harris has 4 receivers lined up here. Harris drops back. Looking. He lets it go. And he brings it down. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 22-yard
The offense
line.
lines up with 3 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. He passes it. Ross with the interception. And this could be a big return. Down the sideline. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10.
Man, that was a super play by the defender. Excellent interception and an even better return for the score.
And the quarterback wishes that he could have that one back. Those are the kind of touchdown passes you don't want to throw.
They're setting up for the PAT. And that defense is getting a little excited down there.
Offside. On the defense. After this to the goal. So repeat the try.
Here's the try for the extra point. He makes the PAT. Oregon ready to kick this one off. Frazier and Sims back deep to return. He kicks off. Frazier from his own end zone. The defense bent about as far back as you can that last series before getting the interception.
Hey, a defense can do somersaults or even a triple sow cows, just as long as they keep the offense out of the end zone.
Did you just say sow cow?
Yep, I dated one back in college. Man, could she cook.
The ball come out in the shotgun. Back to pass. Stepping up. He zips it. Tackle made at the 26.
That was a laser, Kirk. This guy has a huge arm.
Yeah, it's like he's throwing darts, but it's coming at about 86 miles an hour.
We've got a 2nd and 2. Ball on their own 26. The Volunteer set up in the gun. Gets it out in a hurry. Guys, across midfield at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. A great throw, and that's his 2nd touchdown catch of the game.
The quarterback knew exactly where to put the pass, and the receiver went out there and made the grab. Good communication there.
Now they'll try to tack on the extra point. And he converts the extra point. So with just over 13 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, the score is Oregon 51, Tennessee 32. Tennessee is ready to kick it away. Wilson and Brooks deep to return. He kicks it off. Wilson fields it at the 1. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
They'll
First
take
down,
over at
10
the
to go.
27-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Ducks come out in the shotgun. He steps up. There he goes. They'll bring him down at the 32-yard line. From their own 32-yard line.
On the
2nd down.
32-yard line.
Lee is the single setback. Young with the tackle at the 34. Lee gains about 2 yards on the run. From their own 34-yard line. Here's a 3rd and 3. The Volunteer bring in their dime package. He's going to air it long. Batted ball. And it's picked off from the 10. So his first interception of the year will give his offense the ball back.
And you can put any comeback hopes to sleep with that interception.
Yep, Coach, it's hard to win when you're throwing picks like that.
They'll go to work the 39-yard line.
39-yard line. 1st and 10.
Tennessee lines up in a shotgun set. Harris drops back to pass. He throws it. Someone got a hand on it. Duckett was the intended target on the play, so that'll make it 2nd down. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Harris lines up in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Harris fires down the middle. Interception off the deflection. What a catch. I'm surprised he was able to hang on to that one.
People tend to think that guys play corner if their hands aren't good enough to play wide receiver. As we just saw, it's not always the case.
Sometimes it's actually the opposite. Some guys play receiver instead of corner because they don't want to hit or tackle anybody.
And they'll look to capitalize on the good field position here. Ward lines up with 4 wideouts. Ward drops to throw. The ball is tipped.
That's just a great defensive play.
It won't look like much in the stat book, but that's getting the job done.
That'll make it 2nd down. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. They're lining up in the 5-2. Lee on the toss. He jukes. And he's tackled at the 40. Third and 5. Ball on the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Ace backfield. He's looking to pass. He throws it. Caught. Smith with a takedown at the 35-yard line. Makes the catch, but just not enough for the first.
Yeah, they're going to come up a little bit short here. Nice job by the defense of preventing this completion from turning into a first down.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it.
35-yard line.
The Ducks come out showing 3 wide. He didn't get it. It's not even close. They took a gamble, but they lost.
Well, that gamble could really end up hurting them because if the opposing offense scores, then everybody's going to be pointing the fingers at that old coach.
This drive will start at the 37.
At the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
Tennessee lines up with 3 receivers. Hooper hits him in the backfield. Second and 15. Ball on their own
32-yard line.
The ball set up in the gun. Harris on play action. His receiver has it. Ball is loose. Fumble. Oh, what a hit. Looks like they got a lucky break there, guys.
What was the receiver doing on that play?
He sure wasn't holding onto the football very well, that's for sure.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Volunteers come out showing 3 wide. Harris on first down. Steps up in the pocket. Throwing right. And he brings it down. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
Quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
It's first down. Tennessee goes with the ace set here. Up the middle. Tackle made at the 27. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback. They line up at the 27. 2nd down and 9 to go. Tennessee sets up with 4 receivers. Lowry again. Maddox brings him down at the 20. Lowry gains 7 yards on that play, so that'll make it 3rd down. And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. They're in the red zone again, but this time they should be thinking touchdown. Harris drops back to pass. He's looking. He's looking for his man. It's complete. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brett. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage of it.
Here are the offensive production stats, brought to you today by Coca-Cola. They're crowding the line. Across the middle. Picked off.
Makes the
The
interception.
linebacker comes down with the INT.
Let me say one thing. That was a tough catch. Even for a receiver, that would have been a tough catch to make.
They'll
First
take
and 10.
over at the
Ball on the
20-yard
20-yard
line.
line.
First and 10.
On the ground with the tailback. They bring it down at the 24. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. Second down.
6.
Ward comes to the line with 3 wide. Brought down at the 25. Third and 5 situation. Ball on the 25-yard line. The Ducks line up 4 wideouts. Lee on the give. Across midfield, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! Nice call, nice blocking, and an even better run.
Those guys up front must have been hitting those sleds pretty hard in practice. The only reason this kid was able to show his playability was because the offensive linemen executed their assignments to perfection.
They line up for the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. And this one's away. Sims fields it in the end zone. He should have stayed in the end zone there.
It looked like there was a little running room, but the lane closed up quickly.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Harris lines up in the shotgun. Harris back to throw. Throw short. Way to look it in. Couldn't get anything out of that. Second and 10. Ball on their own 8.
8-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. There's the play fake. Harris is sacked. We've got third and long here. Ball on the 2. This is a situation where you don't want to make a mistake. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a great job by the defense. These guys are disguising their defense so well that they're confusing the quarterback and the offensive line.
4th and 11.
The Volunteers
Ball on the
are lining up to
7-yard
punt it
line.
away. He gets it away. Wilson fields it at the 42.
This is what I look at to clamp down after some sloppy tackling the last time. They let this offense run all over them, all the way to the end zone, and I don't see that happening again.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. Oregon in a 4-wide set. He rifles it. He snags it. And he's hit immediately. So they execute and move a little closer to the sticks.
Yeah, completing those short passes is the key because it lulls the defense to sleep a little bit. Then you can launch one big one downfield for a big gain.
Second and
Ball on
4.
the 25-yard line.
Oregon comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Walters tackles him for a loss on the play. And that was not a good call offensively.
Nah, not a good call, only because they lost yardage. I'll tell you, I've seen plays like this where the tailback breaks one and goes for a touchdown.
You're right, Lee. You can never tell.
Ward comes to the line with 3 wide. Ward options right. There's a missed tackle. Laterals back. Campbell with the tackle at the 17. And they were lucky that one didn't go for more.
No question, and they were not ready for that option play. They had guys running everywhere except to the ball.
Lee, you're right. They looked like they'd never defended the option before. The tailback had a ton of running room there.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. Ward options out to the left. Evans with a takedown at the 15-yard line. And they threw a flag on that play. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. First down.
That was a well-deserved 15 yards in my opinion, Coach.
I'm with you on that one. If you let go, then they'll only peg you for 5 yards. But here, it looked like he held on until the player was on the turf.
They're threatening inside the 20. Ward lines up with 4 wideouts. Ward back to throw. Throws it out there. At the 30. And they bring him down. Great catch by the linebacker, but not a smart throw from the quarterback.
It didn't look like the quarterback even saw the linebacker hanging in that area. Pays to be in the right spot at the right time.
They'll set up shop at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
Drops back on 1st down. Down the middle. It falls incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
He looked like he had a handful of jersey on that one.
You know, you can get away with a little holding, but hey, you can't do that.
First and long.
Ball
on their own
32-yard line.
Tennessee comes to the line with 3 wide. Lowry on the inside handoff. Hill brings him down at the 37. Lowry picks up 5 with the carry. Second and 15. Ball on the 37. Play fake. He fires left side. And he brings it down. What did you see there, guys?
The defense was in zone coverage. The offense did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and he threw a nice ball to get the first down.
And the receiver ran a nice route to get open between the zone coverage.
First down. They come out with 4 wide out. pass. He's going left. Incomplete.
And that one's going to go down in the stats as a drop, but that would have been a tough catch.
Well, when you're going to school for free to play football, they expect you to catch those, Kirk. Now, I know the defender got in there to break it up, but there are just no excuses for that. You touch it, you catch it. That always has been the rule.
The Vols line up with a single set backfield. Hands it to the back. He jukes. With the tackle at the 19-yard line. Marcellus. He appears to have been injured on the play. The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Harris with 4 wide receivers. Harris back to pass. And it falls incomplete.
Man, I thought he was going to catch that one. He had it in his hands for a second.
Yep, and in that same second, the defender smashed into him, knocking the ball loose. Great defense.
Sure was, Coach.
It's second down.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
The Volunteer set up in the gun. Harris drops to throw. Steps up. No one open, so he's going to run. On the 11, going in.
Ball on the 11-yard line.
Harris lines up in the shotgun. Down the middle. Touchdown, Vols. Guys, he somehow got open again, and that's touchdown number 3.
And on that one, he did a fantastic job working the ball all the way in to make the catch. That's very good concentration.
And they line up for the point after. And he converts the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive celebration. Tennessee ready to kick this one off. He kicks it. Brooks fields it in the end zone.
I know the first thing I wanted to do after throwing a pick was to come out that next drive and throw. Let the defense know that I wasn't intimidated.
And how many times did you go right back in there and throw another pick?
As you know,
They'll start the
quarterback needs a
drive
short
at the
range.
20. First and 10.
Ward drops back. Looks. Good awareness defensively that time by the linebacker.
Not only that, but as you saw, he also made a very athletic move to get to the ball.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. Oregon lines up with 3 receivers. On the delay. Can't wrap him up. And he's taken down at the 38. And he busts a big one on this defense.
The way this halfback is running the ball, I'd put a few more guys in the box there defensively to try to stop him.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Ducks line up with a single set backfield. Lee again, and he just got drilled.
He took a shot on that play.
He better check and make sure all of his limbs are still attached.
They line up at the 40. Second down, 8 yards to go. Oregon comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Lee, left, and down he goes at the 41-yard line. Lee gains about a yard on the play. It's third down and 7 yards to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. Ward has 4 receivers lined up here. They snap it to the back.
Oh, man. He'll feel that one in the corner.
That's called making a statement. When you get into the backfield like that and put somebody on their back, it really sends a message.
Oregon ready to put this one away. Frazier back deep to return. He punts it. Frazier takes it to 25. Well, the offense heading back out onto the field after that kick, hoping to turn this drive into another touchdown. They'll take over at the 33-yard line. Harris with 4 wide receivers. Harris with the give. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play. That didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. They were coming with a heavy blitz, and guys were shooting through the line right into the backfield. That play didn't have a chance.
Second down.
12. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Harris drops to throw. He throws. Caught. And they push him out at the 37. Nice little catch there, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that was a good call. I like that call. I like short passes. They're safe and can lead to some really good yardage.
It's third down and 6 to go.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Ace backfield. Back to pass. Comes across the middle. Brought down at the 48. Good pickup by the receiver.
Yeah, this kid loves to play. He wants the ball every time they throw it.
First down. The ball set up in the gun. He's looking down the middle. Got it to his receiver.
Nice pass there, wasn't it, Kirk?
Yeah, he's done a good job of finding the open man and route to a 300-yard passing game.
From the 42-yard line. It's first down.
42-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Defense looking for his first incompletion this drive. He snags it. Little steps out at the 29.
That's a first down right there.
Yeah, if I was the defense, I think I would man up on these guys next time.
This quarterback is very good at recognizing zone coverage and then finding the open receiver.
First down. Harris with 3 wide receivers. Hands it off. He's tackled at the 19-yard line. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. Harris lines up with 4 wideouts. And he's tackled at the 16-yard line. They get 3 yards on the play. They line up at the 16. Second down, 7 yards to go. Tennessee lines up in a shotgun set. Looking down the middle. Finds a man again. Good pitch and catch there on second down.
Yep, it was good enough to get him a first down. That's just a nice play.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. Let's see if they can punch this one in. He tackles him for a loss.
Man, I sure wouldn't want to be hit by that kid.
That's not baby fat on him anymore. He weighs 300 pounds. I don't know if I'd be calling him a kid.
Well, I'm not the one out there taking the hits either, my friend.
So that brings us to the end of the quarter, and at the end of 3, our score, Oregon 58, Tennessee 39. It's second and goal.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
They'll bring in their dime package. Defense looking for his first incompletion this drive. Rolling out to the left side. Third down now and goal to go. Ball on the 13. The defense is playing the pass on this one. Harris hasn't thrown a bad one this drive. He's looking down the middle. Good open field tackle. That one worked pretty well.
Hey, it's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
Fourth and goal. So it's fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is still on the field trying to put this in for 6. The ball line up with 5 receivers. End zone. Incomplete pass. The defense stopped him.
That fourth down play was very important as far as the Big Mo is concerned. Now they have momentum on their side. Go for it.
And they've got a lot of field in front of them as they start this drive. Play fake. Waits till the last moment. There's a short completion.
That defense brought extra guys, and they came dangerously close to a safety.
Well, they're still in a tough spot here. You never want to end up punting out of your own end zone. That can easily lead to disaster.
Second and 7.
From their own 8-yard line. Second and 7. Oregon sets up with 4 receivers. Surveys the field. Got it to his receiver. How about that pass, fellas?
Well, Brad, the defense was coming with the blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
This defense is in the dime. Setting up the play action. He'll take it himself. Campbell brings him down at the 25. And there's a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Holding on the offense. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
First and long. Ball on the 8-yard line. The Ducks set up in the gun. Lets it fly. Caught. He's pinned. Thomas with the tackle at the 9. A gain of 1. They line up at the 9. Second and long.
9-yard line.
The Ducks come out showing 3 wide. Ward on the option. They'll get him for a loss. And the blitz might have caused that one.
Now, the defense took a chance here. They overloaded that side of the ball, and the tailback had nowhere to go.
Third down and a couple miles here. Ball on the 7. The Ducks line up with 4 wideouts. Ward back to throw. He lets it go. Way to look at it.
Good pass and a good completion, but they'll still be short of the first down.
It's always tough to get a first down those third and long situation.
Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Frazier will be the return man. He gets it away. Frazier takes it at the 49. The offense heads out onto the field. In their last series, they opted to try to convert a fourth down, and they came up short. Good field position here. They'll start this drive inside their opponent's territory. The Volunteers set up in the gun. Harris to the air on first down. Harris goes down with a sack. Second and long coming up here.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Harris is back in the gun. Look at the throw. It's past the tackler. Slings it. It's tipped. Great coverage, and it's intercepted at the 30, at the 40. Across midfield, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's all the way. Touchdown.
That's not where the quarterback wanted to throw that football, Kirk.
Yeah, but how about the play by the defender? That was a great interception and an even better effort to bring the ball back for a touchdown.
So the kicker lines up for the PAT. And he adds the extra point. Up and ready for the kickoff.
Oregon is lined up for the kickoff.
He got all of that one. Frazier from his own end zone.
You know who's trembling right now?
Well, it's not the defense. They played well all game.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. They line up in the shotgun. Fires it quickly. And it's incomplete. They came with a blitz that time and forced the overthrow by the quarterback. Good defense there. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 16. The ball with 4 receivers. They'll give it off here. A little juke. Maddox tackles him at the 17-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. It's third and 9. Ball on the 17-yard line. And on third and long, watch out. This quarterback's looking to keep the drive alive. Let's see, did one of the linemen move first?
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. They line up at the 22.
Ball on the 22-yard
Third down.
line.
Harris drops back to pass. Harris lets it go, and he's tackled right away. What happened there, guys?
Well, they were in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped or he just got beat on that play.
No, he just got beat. It was a good catch for the first down.
They line up at the 36. First down. Going with the shotgun here. First down, look at the throw. He passes it, and it's caught. So they pick up a few with a pass play, Coach.
Yeah, it was. I like plays like these. As long as you're moving forward and not backward, you're doing pretty good.
They line up at the 40. It's second down, 6 yards to go. Harris with 3 wide receivers. Lets it go. Into traffic, and it's picked off.
Oh, boy. I bet he knew as soon as he released that football that he shouldn't have made the throw. And that's the thing. When you're under that kind of pressure, it takes away that 1 split second you need to scan the area so you know where it's a safe throw.
And that's why a pass rush is so crucial to a defense. It allows you to intercept those passes from the quarterback.
We got a first and 10.
Will start the drive at the 44-yard line. First and 10.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. They'll throw on first down. Watch the throw outside. And down he goes at the 38. Lee, this offense is having some fun out there.
You betcha. This quarterback just exceeded 400 yards passing for the game, and I'm going to tell you why he's having all that success. The reason? The play of those receivers. They are running good routes to get wide open. And when the ball is thrown their way, they catch it. Simple.
Oregon in a 4-wide set. Ward back to throw. He looks, throws. He snags it. He's taken down at the 35. He didn't have much of a chance on that play.
Boy, this defense has a lot of speed. They're all over him by the time he caught the ball.
Second
down.
7.
Oregon lines up in a shotgun set. Fakes to the back. He's looking for his man. Got him again.
This is a simple case of finding the hole in the zone. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and then found his man.
Yep. Give the receiver some credit, too. He got open, then made a nice catch for the first down.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters most. So they're back in the red zone where they threw a pick on their last visit. Ward drops back to pass. Lets it fly. Still perfect on the drive. What a throw and catch, guys.
I'll tell you what, this young kid has a real gun for an arm. He sizes up to play well, and then gets the ball out of there.
They line up at the 6. It's second down. The Ducks come out in a shotgun. Ward will hand it off.
That was a fantastic play by this defense.
You're right. Poor halfback. He had nowhere to go.
They'll line it up at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
From the gun. Ward, options left. Gets that one. And level at the 6-yard line.
Option play here. The quarterback holding onto the ball a little bit too long. He had nowhere to go. That's a good job by this defense.
Fourth and 1. This should be an easy field goal. They're already up big, and this could make the lead bigger. Might have been some early movement up front.
Let's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
He got confused on the snap count.
Yeah, but that's just lack of concentration.
Fourth and 6.
This isn't much more than an
Ball
extra
on the
point.
11-yard line.
It's up, and it's right down the middle. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Oregon is lining up to kick this one off.
Oregon is lined up for the kickoff.
Excellent kick. Sims from his own end zone. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
They'll go to work at the 20-yard takeover at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
They hand it off. Harris brings him down at the 21. The halfback picks up a yard. It's second and 9.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Gives it up the gut. And he's taken down at the 36. Nice game for the halfback.
That time they kept it on the ground with the counter play. The blocking was great up front, and the tailback was able to get into the open field and do some special things.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coke. Harris set to go to the air. In the air. It's intercepted. With the takedown at the 21-yard line. Defense comes away with a fumble recovery.
Well, nothing's going their way today. The offense has been horrible. So is the defense. Even their special teams are struggling.
The quarterback couldn't have asked for much better field position than where they're at now. Looks like they've taken out their quarterback, and they're giving this young man some mop-up duty. He steps up. Walker is sacked. From the 23-yard line. Second and long. They'll work from the shotgun. Walker steps back to pass. He unloads it. It's complete. Tackle at the 14. The tight end with a nice catch there.
Reception. 9-yard gain on the play.
Have a look at our Old Spice Red Zone numbers. Red Zone, when performance matters most. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Guns it to the end zone. He goes up and gets it. It's a touchdown. Now they'll try to tack on the extra point. And he converts the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Oregon is lined up for the kickoff.
He really got a hold of that kick. Frazier from his own end zone. Guys, what do you think about this situation?
Hopefully we'll see the offense move this ball up the field a little bit.
Yeah, Coach, they really haven't had too much success today. But this is an opportunity for them to get their team back on track and build some confidence going into the next game.
Tennessee comes out of the shotgun. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. Second and long.
15.
Ball on their own 11.
The 11-yard line.
The Set up in the gun. Harris, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Breaks one. Oh, man, he took him down hard. Third and 5 situation. Ball on their own 21-yard line. The Volunteers line up with a single set backfield. Harris back to throw. They can't connect. Incomplete. And that'll bring up a big 4th down.
The defense held down the fort there. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do now on the offensive side of the ball.
4th and 5.
The Volunteers line up the punt. Maddox, the return man. He punts it. Signals for a fair catch. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone.
The
offense will take over
will
at
start
the 46.
the drive at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Ducks line up with 4 wideouts. And the snap goes to the back. And down he goes at the 40-yard line.
Time and time again, you see the team that's winning is usually the team that's able to control the line of scrimmage. Here, they again get a nice push, and the result was a solid run.
From the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Oregon comes to the line with 3 wide. And they'll bring him down behind the line. Nowhere to go for the halfback. That's a loss of 1. From the 41-yard line. It's 2nd and 11. The Ducks come out in a shotgun. Walker drops back. He steps up. He lets it go. Wide open is his tight end.
65.
That'll be a gain of 3 yards.
3-yard gain on the play.
From the 38-yard line.
Ball on the 38-yard
It's 3rd down.
line.
They'll line it up with 4 wide receivers. Back to pass. No one open, so he's going to run. He scrambled for a few yards.
That defense closed in a hurry. Uh-oh.
They're going to try a long field goal here. This is to add to an already impressive lead. The kick is up, and it's good.
Not a bad kick to get your team 3 points, Kirk.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the goalposts.
Oregon gets set to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Frazier from his own end zone.
They've been getting walloped all day, but at least they're still working hard. I like a team that never quits.
They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
They'll work from the shotgun. Harris drops back on 1st down. It's tipped. And he makes a diving interception. What a play. There's a flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling on what this might be.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. 1st down.
First down, 10 yards to go. They're inside the 20. The Ducks line up in a goal line formation. Throws to the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And they just continue to pour it on out there.
Tell you what, this has been a tremendous effort all game long. What a performance.
This is one team that's been extremely well prepared. These young men have played about as good a game as you could ask.
They line up for the extra point. And he adds the extra point. So with just over 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is Oregon 85, Tennessee 39. Oregon is lining up to kick this one off.
Is lined up for the
And
kickoff.
Sims set to return. He sends this one deep. Frazier fields it in the end zone. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Harris comes to the line with 3 wide. Lowry up the gut. Fires with the tackle at the 22. Lowry picks up 2 yards with the carry. Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 22-yard line. Tennessee comes out in the shotgun. Harris back to pass. Throws. Batted ball. That was the intended target, so that'll make it third down. Third and 8, 22-yard line. Here's third and 8. Tennessee in a 4-wide set. He drops back. Looks. Harris fires. And got him! He's all the way down to the 42-yard line. He threw a strike that time, Coach.
You ain't kidding. That kid's got some kind of arm. And it carried him to a big game right there.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. 3 wideouts here. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Caught. He's tackled at the 40. They couldn't get much out of that one.
I loved how that defense just swarmed to the ball the second it was thrown.
It's second down and 8. Ball on the 40. The ball set up in the gun. Harris with the move, and he's taken down at the 36. Hall gains about 4 yards on the play, so that'll make it third down. They line up at the 36. It's third and 4. Tennessee lines up with 3 receivers. They'll run the option. He lateral. Hooper tackles him at the 36-yard line. Didn't get anything. Looks like they decided to go for it here. The ball line up with with 5 receivers. Looks to pass. Ball's loose. Kimbrough recovers a loose ball. A fumble here is the last thing they needed.
Well, you know what they say. When it rains, it pours.
And at this point, they're in a torrential downpour. Absolutely nothing has worked for them today.
Well, I can't argue with this decision. Here's the Coke players of the game. Oregon lines up in a shotgun set. Here's the halfback. And down he goes at the 46. They'll give him an inch or two.
No gain on the play.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
44-yard
Ball on the 44. 4 wide. Little handoff. He's taken down at the 48-yard line. Andriano gets 8 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down. Third and 2 coming up here.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
The Ducks come out in a shotgun. They'll give it off here. He jukes him. Brown with the tackle at the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So we got a few yards on that carry.
You know what, guys? If you can continue to pick up small chunks of yards like that, you can really start to wear a defense down.
Well, I think they might have gone just a little too far that time.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
First and long. Ball on their own 43. Oregon lines up in a goal line set. And that's pretty much going to do it. Kirk, any final thoughts here?
I have to say that I wasn't expecting a blowout victory. Tennessee got absolutely crushed today in this football game. I hope they can put this one past them, because sometimes it's difficult for a program to bounce back after an embarrassing loss like that.
We here at EA Sports thank you for watching this game of NCAA Football 2007. The final count in this one, Oregon 85, Tennessee 39. Brad Nessler for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit signing off. So long, everybody.